Alright, now we're recording. Cool. What is up, everybody on YouTube? Thrift School over here, coming back with 7 more items I've sold on Amazon FBA. Let's just hop right into this. This video is basically designed to help you think of different things to look for while you go out sourcing, and maybe you'll learn something new. So let's hop right in. This is a pair of sandals that I actually picked up from TJ Maxx, I believe, or Marshall's, one or the other, just a big box store. And I don't really remember what I paid for these guys, but I did sell them for $69.98. I believe I paid 20 bucks or less, so that's not a bad score right there. These I've actually had in my inventory for about 2 months now, and they finally sold. I did price them a little high, on the high end of $70. As you see here, they're priced as low as $39.21. So I priced a little high, and it still sold. Next, we have this Disney Parks mug, and yes, you can sell mugs on Amazon. I thought it was only an eBay thing, but certain mugs have listings on Amazon. Now what is the rank on this mug? It's actually not bad. 207,000 in kitchen. I've sold things in kitchen that have 500 to 600,000 rank, and those take a while to sell. This still took me about 2 months as well. I sold it for $23.99. It looks like the person on the listing right now has 4 in stock at $26 plus $8 shipping. So I definitely could have gotten more money for this. I'm not sure why I sold it for so much cheaper, but at least it sold. I believe I paid $2.49 for this mug. Next, we have this pocket guide to urology. Very interesting, very interesting. So I actually got this book for free from a book barn filled with free old books, and I sold this book for $76.52, and I sold it as a paperback. So there's no way I sold it as a paperback. I must have sold it as a hardcover. So let's look at the used prices. So there wasn't a single prime seller because I was the only prime seller, it looks like. So I did price higher than these two guys, but lower than these two. I felt somewhere in the middle just looked good. So I threw it up there for, I guess, $76.52, and it sold. And the rank on this guy, it only has 3 reviews. The rank on him is 1,500,000 in books, and it's ranked 287 in urology. So it's obviously not a very popular book. I don't think I've had this sitting in my inventory for that long, maybe a month. So I'm surprised how fast that sold. Next, we have this Wilton cake pan. This one's pretty rare. I don't see it very often. There's one new for 24 bucks, which is pretty cheap actually. I've seen them sell for a lot more new. Not sure why that guy's priced so low. But as we look here, the lowest prime is $42.88. So we have people just dropping the price like crazy. I ended up selling mine for $29.99. So I priced above all of these guys. Well, let's see, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, I did. Alright. So I priced above all of these guys, but below this $42.88. I didn't know if the price was inflated or not. If we take a look at the rank, that could kind of help us. The rank is 56,000 in kitchen. So that's not a bad rank at all. But I'm happy to get $30 out of it. I probably paid $2 to $3 for this. Next, we have this Aero Swiss travel humidifier. I found this at a thrift store for $2, I believe. It was brand new, sealed in the package. I sold it for $49.95. Looks like I sold it for the cheapest here. Oh, because I like to undercut Amazon's price. I feel as if when somebody's going onto Amazon to shop, they're going to buy from Amazon if they're the lowest. Or if they're on the listing usually. So I like to price just a little bit below Amazon to give me that one up. Now I know that they have a $3.17 estimated tax. So if you think you want to price it at maybe $51 to still undercut them, you will still show up below them and you won't get the buy box, even though they're still charging more than that $49.99. Next, we have this leather-bound book, which these leather-bound books sell amazingly. This, I guess, has gold leaf pages, and I found a whole bunch of these, right? And if you look at the prices here, we have 10 new starting at $50 and 8 used from $27. So this new price at 50, 58, 68, and then we have used prices at 27, 30, 30. So I sold this used. I sold this book used for $99.99. Now, how did I do that? Especially with a rank of 283,000 is actually not bad. But I sold this guy for $99.99. Now, how did I do this? I know I didn't list it collectible. Now, all these people collectible have a lot higher price. I listed mine used. Let's scroll through. The lowest prime is 165. So I did undercut him by a lot. And one thing none of these listings have that mine had were pictures. Now mine was in like new condition. It was practically a brand new book. It just didn't have a protective sleeve on it, nothing like that. So I just decided to send it in as used. I took a couple pictures, 2 or 3 pictures, and just really showing how good the quality was. And I was able to get $99.99 out of it. So sometimes adding pictures to these books that are of more collectible value really helps you get a lot more money. I'm still surprised I sold it for $100. Next, we have this Kenwood CD player. I sold mine brand new for $68.04, or I sold mine used, I'm sorry, for $68.04. It looks like mine was priced well below these guys. There might have been somebody priced real low, and I was above them, and then they sold out, and then I eventually sold out. Because I don't think I would have priced that much lower than this person right here. But as we look at it, the rank of this CD player is 123 in CD players. So, not sure if that's a good rank or not. It only has 6 reviews, 3.5 stars, so it's not a super popular CD player by any means. But I still sold it for $68.04. I believe I picked this up in a lot of a bunch of CD players. I got the whole lot for $5, and I think I believe there were 8 of them, and only 3 were worth sending in. But this paid off for the whole lot. And last, we have a video game, Super Mario All-Stars. I was able to sell this for $39.99. Let's take a look at these used prices. Now, for these older video games, they're extremely collectible. So people like to see exactly what they're getting. So this person right here has a very good idea. They're showing the label and the back. Now, this is in horrible condition. The fact that they even have this listed as good is ridiculous. It says it has a reprinted label. The label is ripped. It's missing the back label, and they have this listed as good. So that's flabbergasting to me. Mine was definitely acceptable condition. Mine had a name engraved on the cartridge itself. The label was peeling. Mine was listed as acceptable, but I was still able to sell it for $39.99. I priced above this guy. I wasn't even on the first page. I must have been on the second page, and I was still able to get that money because I included pictures, and people want to see the pictures. They're willing to pay a little bit more. Maybe somebody thought, oh, that engraving's not so bad. Maybe the label wear wasn't so bad. I know when I buy video games online, if it has a picture, I might spend a few more dollars on it, knowing that, especially for these older games, the label's not all ripped off and there's not writing all over it. Because as you see right here, somebody listing it as good, you would think it would look good, it would look fine. But if you receive this and they didn't include pictures, you would say this looks like a piece of junk, and you might return it. So those were the 7 things I ended up selling on Amazon. Hopefully you learned something about this. I mean, I've sold anything from shoes to mugs and books and cake pans and air humidifiers and I got a text, and more books, but this is a leather-bound book. It's a special book. And CD players, basically any electronics, and then video games. These are just a huge assortment of things that I sell on a daily basis, and hopefully it helps you. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions. I answer almost all of my comments on all of my videos. Sometimes I miss some, but I will try to get to yours, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright guys, peace out.